Yes, hello, good people. How are you? Welcome again to our YouTube channel. It is your friend Rafael Patroba. Here again, I come talking about a few things that are very helpful to our good teachers. I want to talk to teachers who are done with the university or as well the colleges, and now they want to look for jobs, or as well they are struggling to find jobs. I just want to give a few tips on how to find a job, on how to settle, even as you wait for your permanent and pensionable job. Anyway, I'm just talking about this because I've realized most teachers outside here are jobless. I've interacted with some, I've met a lot, because once you post a post in Facebook or as well in your WhatsApp status that is talking about a vacancy in a certain school, many teachers flood in your inbox just requesting for a connection to that particular school. So it means most of the teachers are in some schools which are not paying well, or most of the teachers are jobless. So I want to give a few tips on how to secure a job in a good reputable school. A reputable school. That's what I mean. A good school, I mean a school with a name, a school with a good pay. That's what I mean. And so I've written a few of the guidelines so that I don't forget. I don't like writing, but I've written them down so that I don't forget on what that you should focus as you seek for a job. A job can be either in a private school, in a public school, or as well in an international school. So it can be either in our country or outside the country. And so I want you to listen carefully up to the end so that you get helped. Even if you're not a teacher, you can listen to advise your friend. Even if you're a parent, you can listen to advise someone who is a teacher that you meet on the way. Teachers are good people who listens to whoever is talking to them in regard to their profession. That's what we are none of us as teachers. Anyway, let us travel to the very guidelines that we need to focus when we are looking for jobs uh, in our country, Kenya. The very first thing that you have to do as a teacher is to ensure that you are registered with the TSC. So apply for your TSC number. The second thing, keep your certificate of registration very safe. As well, other certificates you can keep them very safe because they are required when you are being given a job at a certain school or when you are being employed by the government. That's the first thing. The second thing, prepare provisional documents. When you talk about provisional documents, uh, we mean that you can have them in the soft copy or as well in the hard copy. So the provisional documents, you know them. The first thing, on the provisional documents, ensure that you have a CV. Of course, an updated CV, which is well structured, 2 to 3 pages. That's maximum. Well, so your certificates should be certified, and the certificates include the KCPE certificate, the degree or as well diploma certificate, and as well academic transcripts. Remember, in the university we are given transcripts, so you must ensure that they are well taken care of or well kept. They're intact. You must have a TSC certificate, as I have said, as well the national ID is very, very key. So you must have it ready, well kept, as you maneuver in the process of getting your job. Well, another thing that you must ensure that is there recommendation letters. As a CBC teacher, you must have it, and this recommendation letter should be showing how you are well equipped with the CBE curriculum. That is a competence-based education. So you must ensure that you have this. Another thing you must ensure is you have an ICT integration in teaching. That one is also good, and it's going to give you a head start when you are just negotiating for your value. Or as well, if you have ever taught in a certain school, you can give an evidence for the improvement in any particular examination that your students did or your learners did in that particular school that you are. That's the second thing that you must ensure that it is well taken care of. Number three, you must apply both government and private schools. That's when you are not employed by the TSC. You want to keep yourself busy even as you wait for the TSC job. I know, and I'm aware that some teachers do not like to be employed by the TSC because the pay is not proportional to their experience or to their value. Some teachers are for that because they have gone to private schools paying good, paying around 50,000, 6,000, even some to 300,000, like the international schools. So you can opt for that. It's an individual decision. So you must apply from the two ends. When we talk about government jobs, we mean TSC jobs. So you must apply. And the private schools, we mean those schools that are owned by individuals or as well organizations. You must be applying for those schools. So when you want these private schools, the most important thing that you need to know, you must be visiting these schools in person. At that point, you must be well dressed, confident. You present your value to them, and then you ask or as well inquire whether a chance is there for you. So, on that, what I want to also say is that you must also do a thorough research and get to know the various schools that we have in Kenya that are good, that pay well. There's no teacher who would like to be in a school that is paying some peanuts. So you must research. Us as individuals, we yearn to be in good schools, and so you must do a research. And when you do a research, now visit those schools, do applications, random applications, take your application to those schools. Just wait for an invite. Maybe the next term you might find that there is a teacher who is getting out of that school, and that's how you're gonna get that particular chance. Now, number four of the things that you need to consider as a teacher is networking. As a teacher, you must be well connected to other people. So in Kenya, connection is key. Connection is very important. It helps you to know what is next. It helps you to know where a chance can be found. It helps you to know a lot about the teaching profession. Now, on this, you must be talking to your fellow teachers from campus or as well any teacher that you meet on the way. Be talking to that particular teacher. Maybe that teacher gonna be your avenue or your connection to the next school, and that school gonna be a good school. Many teachers can give testimonies. They have gotten into some good schools because of what we call connection. And so connection is very important. That's what you need to note. Number two, inform church members. If you're going to church, inform them that you're a teacher and you are seeking for a connection to a good school. They can connect you. Most church members are teachers, others are owners of schools, others are others are board members, and so they can do great to you. Another thing, join several WhatsApp groups. Join several WhatsApp groups because there is where most of the adverts are being posted. So don't hesitate. Don't actually be a person who is so private, so cocooned, so preserved that you don't want to be in very many groups in WhatsApp. Be in very many groups in WhatsApp that are actually bearing or that are giving information about these jobs. So we also need to know that many chances or as well vacancies are not publicly advertised. It is about local arrangements, and that's why now connection is key. That's where connection is key. You'll find that you're being called, hello, how are you? I come to a certain school. We need you. And that's how you get a job. So ensure that you are well connected. So hapa ndipo maringo yanatoka. Wacha maringo, ongea na watu. Ongelesha watu vizuri. Anyway, number 5, accept short contracts to gain experience. There's what you call internship. There's what you call BOM, Board of Management positions. Just to take them just to gain experience. Maternity cover positions. There is a teacher in a school who has gone for maternity just for 3 months. Just go and teach for those 3 months. That's an avenue to gain experience. Maybe they can absorb you as their teacher. So that's one of the ways of getting a job. So don't raise your standards too much. Anyway, these contracts, they help you to gain experience, strengthen your CV for interviews. They may not be TSC interviews, but they can be interviews for some good schools, private schools. Now, another thing to prepare for your interviews, the common question that we know is how do you implement CBE? The next thing is how do you handle discipline? That's the next thing that you need to take care of. Another question is how do you improve weak learners? That one you need to know on how to attend to that question. Another one is how do you integrate ICT? That one must be well taken care of by you. Be ready for those questions in the interview. Another thing, you must be ready for real classroom examples, or as well teaching as part of the interview. You're being taken to a class, you teach learners, and then you are given marks on that. The next thing is that improve your value. When I talk about improving your value, I mean take short courses. Courses like ICT, special needs education. You are going to be ahead of someone because of that. Another thing, register for TPD modules such as Teacher Service Commission. Register for that. Now, consider upgrading. That is the next thing that you need to consider is alternative income streams. That is, if you are not employed, you can actually opt in for other ways of getting money, but using your career. This is what I mean. You should start, or you can start tuition classes. They are well paid. You can start small businesses like earlier boutique. That's now you're getting out of the profession, but now you're going to use the connection of other teachers to sell your clothes to them, to sell your shoes to them. You can sell education materials. You can also do online tutoring. You can teach learners online. Now, the last thing I can talk about, what I've talked about today, is teaching in Kenya requires what we call resilience. It requires you to be patient. It requires you to be strong. So many successful teachers started as BOM teachers. They never started as PNP teachers. They started as BOM teachers, earning very little. They can tell you they started earning even as little as 80,000. Some of them, they were earning even 5,000 now. Now, there are 3 words I want to use. You as a teacher that you need to embrace. Number one, be visible. Number 2, be professional. Number 3, be patient. Now, if you want, I can help you to know on how to actually strengthen, or as well to have a very good CV, to write a job application letter, or rather to prepare you with sample interview answers on this. But that one, we're going to talk about them later on. But for now, just have these ones. They are very important. Otherwise, guys, I want to thank you for listening to me. Thank you for watching. and thank you for tuning in to our YouTube channel. Keep on supporting us, and also we shall keep on giving you goodies in as far as education is concerned. Bye. May God bless you. May you share this to your friends.